Hello there, everybody. This is the Masked GUI, and it's time for another episode of The Guy Behind the Mask. I think I'm going to try and keep this episode considerably short, and in comparison to the other ones I've started recording since my upload limit has been increased, simply because I want to keep the upload time to a minimum. Even though they're all small enough files, but still, they can still take long enough on my internet. So that was a longer intro than I had planned, so I think I've got high hopes for keeping this whole thing short. Well, at least this time I actually kind of have a plan. Kind of. I mean, it's not going to be talking about a lot. I just want to have some sort of connection between me and my fans is a bad word to use. Viewers. Oh, yeah, first of all, I decided to wear a different hat today. It's my Professor Layton hat. Yeah, I haven't worn it in a while, and I thought, what better excuse? So, I know my hair looks crazy and whatever, but meh. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, this one's going to be kind of short. It's just, while I'm in the process of getting my microphones sorted out, then I'm just going to be vlogging for you, and I'm going to try and do at least one a week. Unless I've got any other things to talk about. Like, there might be 2 next week. But yeah, I mean, for this one, because I was going to do it a few days ago, but I just could not think of anything, and I, tweeted about it, just asking, for any suggestions from anyone. And but at DrewTK11, I think we spoke because I know him through someone else, so we briefly spoke on Skype before when we were on the Minecraft server. I think he was actually in the Skype call as well, where we were playing Minecraft and stuff. And he said, why don't you talk about some of your followers and Twitters and how far you want to go on YouTube? I don't really know what he meant by talking about my followers on Twitter. But, talking about Twitter, I suppose, is something I could do, and how far I want to go on YouTube. I mean, I did kind of... Or did I? Because I know I had the video of why I'm on YouTube, but I don't really know if I actually said how far I want to go. And it's a fair enough question, too. So, I might as well start off just by talking about Twitter. I mean, I'm on 76 followers, which I know isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things. And considering how many of those are actually spam bots. But still, I'm on 76, and therefore I'm close enough to 100. I've only got another 14 followers to 100, which is a little milestone. But the thing is that I probably won't have 100 when I have 100. Because basically what I'm going to do is when I reach 100 followers on Twitter, I'm going to go through all of my followers and just see which ones are actual people and which ones are just annoying spam bots who don't tweet anything but ads. And I'm just going to delete or whatever, anyone who isn't actually a genuine follower. And I know some people will be all like, oh no, follower is a follower, I'm going to take it. But, generally I'd kind of like to keep, I'd like to keep the crap to a minimum, basically. I mean, just it used to be on Bebo and Facebook too, where you used to get Sex Pants McGee adding you saying, oh, you're so hot and my friend thinks you're hot and they showed me this picture of you and now I want to meet up with you. And you're just like, who are you? A big busty woman on the picture. And I was like, no one like you would ever talk to me. Get out of my Facebook. It's basically the same thing, and you just want to give it to them as soon as possible just because they're stupid and annoying. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do with my Twitter when it finally comes to having 100 followers. But it's still increasing. I've got a few new followers in the past few days. A few actual genuine ones. So what was I going to say? Other than that, sorry. I have all this planned on my head. It's just getting it all together now. But Twitter is great. I mean, there's so many fun people I'm talking to. Over the past few days, I've been talking to one person. You see, I don't want to name too many names. I mean, the only reason I mentioned Drew is because, it was his suggestion. So it's giving him credit where credit is due. And so, yeah, but then, I've been chatting to someone recently, and sometimes I like to think I say funny things or whatever, but I mean, my tweets have been favorited a lot, which is good. Sometimes someone can just retweet them, but that's just like, hey everybody, look what this person said. But when someone favorites a tweet, it's just like, I know if she could like it as in on Facebook, she'd probably just do that. But it's the same thing, just because you can't favorite things on Facebook. But still, it's nice having your stuff favorited. I'm also now in a list. Before, I didn't even know what the hell lists meant, because I couldn't find the lists button anywhere on Facebook, or not Facebook, not YouTube, Twitter. Sorry, Twitter. There's lists on Twitter, but I didn't know how to find them, and then some guy added me to a list of like, you know, gamers. Pretty much, I think. I can't remember. I'd only look at it. But yeah, I was added to this gamers list, and so now I know what a list is. Because I am a gamer and I'm in a list with a lot of other gamers. So that's a revelation for me. Oh, I'm not even looking at the camera, sorry. I'm looking at myself on the computer. Now I look at the camera. So yeah, I think that's all I was going to say about Twitter, really. Because I'm already at 5 minutes and I've got other stuff to talk about. How far do I want to go on YouTube? That's the next one. Because, I mean, I have talked... So I'm going to sit up on my chair, on my bed properly. Take off my slipper because it's digging into my foot. Yeah, so how far am I going to go on Twitter with YouTube? Why do I keep getting everything mixed up? Jeez, I really have to stop and think. I want to go on YouTube. Well, I don't know. Because, I mean, there is a lot of stuff I kind of want to record, and obviously I'm still in the middle of my Minecraft. Although then again, the last video of Minecraft did end very endly abrupt. Oh my god. Seriously, what is... Okay. My video did very abruptly end when I kind of died, you know? And I know I was drunk, but that is no excuse, because I had full life, and I just came out of a hole. I didn't even get a chance to turn around, and I exploded and died. And I was just heartbroken. So, I mean, that's a very abrupt end. But I would like to do more with it. Although I've had so many ideas now. The thing is, I just want to have a consistent series. Because, like, the amount of stuff that happened that ended series for me. And I just want to stay consistent. I mean, my Terraria hasn't gone very far at all. And I wanted to. But it just hasn't. And it's annoying. Thing is, I don't even play them enough anymore. There's lots of new games now, and there's console things that I play, but I can't record those. And yeah, there's some PC games that I play, and there are some that I would actually really like to start recording. I mean, you know, I'd like to start doing... I could probably start doing Mass Effect. I'd like something that actually have an end, because Minecraft, I know it has the end dragon now and whatever, but it's still a really, really long distance between the two. Like, you just have to kind of have to do it, you know, while you're exploring. You just might happen to come across the right things to end the game, you know? And it's the same with Terraria. There isn't really an end game. I mean, you can get like the very last items and you can't get anything better, and so that is kind of the end game, really. But there is just no solid goal. Which is why I want to play a game that actually has a start, an actual story running through it, and levels or whatever, and then the game actually finishes at the very end. I'd like that. I'd like to do a series like that, because it would have a definitive end. You know, but I just have to think of something that I could do. You know, a good game that wouldn't take forever, that wouldn't have like loads of side missions or whatever to distract me, and to make the series longer than it has to be. And so, really, even if I ever thought about stopping YouTube and leaving YouTube, I would never do it before that, because I want to have at least one proper series that has a start and an ends at the end. And I know I tried to start Chaos Legion, but no, that just didn't work for me at all. I mean, I basically rage quit. So I'd also like something that wouldn't infuriate me to no end. And possibly also a game that I've finished before, just so I have some sort of sense of direction. And I mean, there is one idea that I kind of have, but I don't know if I want to do it, because I think it might take a lot longer than I had hoped it would. But it would be a very good nostalgic feeling, especially, I think there's some anniversary this year or last year coming up as well. So, you know, I might do that. But I won't say anything. Plus, it's been so long that I haven't played it that it might actually be able to be new again. But I don't know yet. We'll see. Well, otherwise on YouTube, yeah, I mean, I hope to kind of have some more proper series. I mean, one of the main limitations for me, really, sorry, I'm trying to get myself comfy. One of my main limitations is my upload speed is extremely slow, just because of my internet is really, really slow. And that's one major obstacle that I have to, like, if I want to make a long enough video, then I'd have to keep on the laptop overnight for the video to upload. And even still, it mightn't even be finished by the time I wake up in the morning. So that's always a problem for me. And I would also like to kind of get in touch more with people, and I'd like to have at least one YouTube, or at least just, well, obviously not one YouTube, well, I suppose at least one video in which I'm actually with people. Because I know I had like Lego Universe, and that was like technically online multiplayer or whatever, but it wasn't exactly a series with more than one person. It was me talking about the game and me playing it. And it's the same with my Minecraft and Terraria and everything. It's always just me talking. I would like to kind of have at least one dual com video, or maybe mini series or regular series, I don't know. I mean, if it was with some really, really big established YouTube person, that would be absolutely fantastic. But even just with some other person who's kind of in the same boat as me, and like, we're talking about, hey, you like Terraria or Minecraft or whatever, I like Terraria and Minecraft, let's play them together. I'd be like, yeah, let's do that, and then let's record it, and I'll put it up on YouTube, and we'll all be cool and happy. Maybe not cool, but we'll be cool within our own selves, and that's all that matters. So I think I have a lot of plans for YouTube. It's just a case of getting around to doing them, which is also always a problem. But yeah. Plus, and there's kind of situations where, like, subscribers. I mean, obviously, I'm not doing it just for have loads and loads of fans or whatever. I mean, I like YouTube. I like uploading videos and kind of getting my stuff out there, even if it's similar to everyone else's stuff. But, I just want to be part of the crowd. No, I mean, I actually like uploading videos on YouTube, and I enjoy it. And I mean, I try not to tread on anyone's toes. But if people think that I'm just copying someone else, then I can, let them think that. But I just want to do my own thing. And it doesn't really matter all that much to me that I'm just blending in with everyone else who does it. I mean, obviously being, stood out and unique. I mean, I think in a way everyone wants that, but at the same time, I'm not going to be heartbroken if I don't get it. So, I mean, it would be nice to get, at least 100 subscribers. I mean, you would think that it's not exactly a huge number in comparison to what some people get. I think I'm on like 50-something at the moment. So, I mean, obviously it's not as much, but, still, it's a good amount, and my videos get a average amount of views, and I'm happy with that. It's a lot more than I thought I would end up with at the start. I'm just looking at like myself on the screen here, because like my video capture software, I can see myself. And I mean, here's me wearing a mask and this big stupid top hat, and I was thinking, how can I even take myself seriously? Or how can anyone else? Because I'm talking relatively seriously about myself, and then it's like, look at this guy. He looks like a circus ringmaster. I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted there. I think that's everything I really had to say about YouTube anyway. Oh yeah, that was the other thing, because I have been trying to like get back more into MMOs recently. Massively multiplayer onlines, preferably RPG. I think that's really the only thing that MMO stands for, because you never really hear MMO FPSs. It just doesn't really fit together as well. Or MMO RTS. Maybe they do, and I'm just not as much into them, so I'm not really too familiar. But yeah, MMORPGs. I've been getting into those again lately, mainly with MapleStory Europe, now that I finally got it working, and Dragon Nest. Because normally whenever I play any game, any online game I've ever really played, it always happens, where I start a character and I'm playing it, and I play it for a bit, and I might stop playing it, or I might think, okay, that was cool, now I might try out a different class just to see what they're like, and I kind of play it, and I always end up building several characters in these games, and I'm just like, right, I've done all these people, and now then I go back and I don't know who to play with, because they've all got roughly the same amount of progress and stuff, and I just, even if there's one class I finally decided on, then I go to one person, and I just want to kind of go back to the start just in case I missed anything, and it always happens, and so I always have too many characters. So now instead what I've done, I just starting with Dragon Nest, and I just basically I deleted all my characters in it. None of them were really that great. I'd say the highest was level 13, and I just made one character, TheMaskedGUI, because Guy, there wasn't enough letters. So it just ended at G, and I thought, doesn't look too bad, TheMaskedGUI. And so I just have one main character now. He's like level 14, I think, which is, I mean, like, I've been trying to do all the side missions that I possibly can and stuff. I know it's not very far in the game, but, you know, it's fair enough for me. And I'm going to continue playing it. But I'm not going to make any other characters. I'm just going to stick with TheMaskedGUI, and I completely play through it as much as I possibly can. And it's the same with MapleStory. I mean, I had like a few characters on that since I downloaded it properly like a week and a half ago. And so I just deleted all my characters and just stuck with one person. And now I'm going to play with him. I think I just called him either TheMaskedGUI or TheMaskedGUI, just to kind of stick with the other one. And I'm going to play through it with that one warrior. I haven't really gotten very far yet because I've been playing more of Dragon's Nest, which is an absolutely incredible game. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's a kind of proper hack and slash game for one that is an online game. When there are so many things that kind of like World of Warcraft, where you just where you click on the enemy and your character just goes forward and attacks them and stuff. This one's actually proper running around, slashing at everything. I know there's always similarities, but I just like how this one is so much more fast paced. I'm not going to get into comparing it to loads of other games because that's not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about what I normally do with MMOs, which I have really. I also like to try out all these kind of other free-to-play ones that they're kind of a bit more obscure, you know, like Lucent Heart and Wonderland and stuff that aren't just as big in mainstream. And even still, Dragon Nest isn't really that. Well, it might be. I mean, obviously there's YouTube videos about it, but then again, there's YouTube videos about everything. But it's not one of these ones that like you're always going to see like signs for it everywhere, and it's not going to be in shops. A lot of these kind of online ones just go unnoticed, but some of them are actually really, really good. And I mean, a lot of people don't like playing for World of Warcraft. There is a game called King of Kings, and it's obviously not like, you know, a perfect imitation of World of Warcraft, but I mean, you know, the gameplay is pretty similar, and you know, it's not a bad game really. You know, there's a lot of these kind of random walking around, talk to this person and talk to the next person quests. But there is an option where you just click on their little logo on the map or click on them in the quest log and you can just run automatically to them. So, I mean, those bits can be a bit tedious. But still, there are a lot of free games that are probably not as good as the paid ones, but, you know, they're still pretty close. And another good thing too is that most MMOs don't lag for me. As I said, I have really slow internet connection, but for some reason it can always run games like that. I mean, like, I have a megabyte download speed. I'd never really reached that fully, but online games on my PC work fine. On my PlayStation, on my PS3, because both my wireless what's the word again? The router and the PlayStation are both opposite sides of the house. And so it always gets a really, really, really weak connection. So it would be much better if they could actually be closer together, so I could actually use my PlayStation Online, because for a while there it was a lot better, but then I know it just slowed down a lot. Because I mean, I've been trying to play Black Ops again a lot lately, and I just spent ages trying to actually find a match, and I had to like fix the NAT type as well because it was really strict, and so I managed to make it open. But I managed to connect to a match once the other day, and the second the game started, connection lost and it just started lagging. So I was like, okay, screw this, I'm not even going to bother trying anymore. Okay, this episode is coming to 20 minutes, so I think I might end it soon. But I think I've talked about everything, and I wanted to keep in touch with you guys just by giving you a vlog this week. And as I said, I'll probably try and upload 2 next week, and this is exactly why. On Tuesday, because the Final Fantasy 13 is coming out. Final Fantasy 13 2 is out today. In Europe anyway, I don't know about other places. Is out today, which is Friday the 3rd of February. And I cannot wait to play it. On Tuesday, because it's when I'll be able to go into town and I'll have money, I'm going to buy Final Fantasy 13 2 Collector's Edition. Plus, with everything that the pre-order from Game will get me, it will get me, you know, more extra bonus stuff. And I'm probably also going to buy the Collector's Edition Strategy Guide. That's because Final Fantasy really is one thing that I've always thought having a collector's or a strategy guide would make it easier, but it wouldn't take the fun out of it. Because some games having a strategy guide is kind of redundant, but for Final Fantasy, I think it should be a lot better. Plus, it's a collector's edition, and there's going to be some pretty cool artwork and stuff like there always is in strategy guides, which I like. But yeah. So on Tuesday when I buy it, when I get home, I probably will do an unpacking video because there's going to be a lot of stuff with it, I think. Plus, I just really, really want to talk about it. And then I might upload another video maybe on Friday or Saturday or something. Okay, not Saturday because I won't be around on Saturday, but on Friday probably I might have a video talking about my first impressions of the game. I mean, logically that would happen on Wednesday in that case if it's first impressions, but 3 days later should still be enough because I'll still be getting into it. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about Final Fantasy and hopefully how much I love it. And I think that'll happen because I'm generally easily pleased with games like that. So, yeah, this video is 21 minutes. I think that's long enough. So I will probably I'll have a video on Tuesday regardless if I get it or not. But I will most likely be guaranteed to be getting it. So yeah, for now, I will talk to you guys on Tuesday. Bye everybody. Wave.